But there are certain times of the year, there are certain updates that we get. Sometimes you'll just get into a bad server and things will seem very, very bad. And yeah, it's something that I'm hoping that they can take care of as they bring in more of these substantial additions like server meshing, the Gen 12 renderer, and other things like that. But this is just in general a problem that plagues the game pretty chronically, and most people just learn to put up with it or wait. Space station hasn't. Oh, there it is. There's the space station. So there's a I think that was a good way to finish up the new players section of this. So before we get started on this, a quick disclaimer. What you're about to see was recorded while I was streaming and recording and playing Star Citizen all on the same computer. So it was a bit of a high load. Just keep that in mind because this gets pretty ugly. And now, whenever somebody tells you that YouTube only shows the best of what the game has to offer, you can send them this. Anyways, thanks for dropping by, hope you enjoy it, and look out for the other gameplay that actually shows the game running like normal. See you later. Hello friends, my name is Space Tomato. This is the Space Tomato 2 channel, because there's like a little more than normal Space Tomato. I am here though with my live stream, and we're sitting here before this new free to fly week that's going to happen here on August 18th, I believe. And we wanted to give a little preview of what you can do in your first couple hours of the game. Now, I'm obviously somebody who knows glitches, knows how to get around things, and you know what? Hold on. Let me throw chat on the screen so people can see what chat's actually... I can't do that right now. I'm somebody who knows the glitches, knows what's going to happen, so I'll get through this stuff a little bit easier, but this hopefully will help you understand the scale and scope of what you can do during your first couple hours. And yeah, so let's get right into it. First, you're going to want to pick a spawn location. I'm going to go ahead and spawn into... Where should we go? Let's spawn into Lorville. Hurston is a very good area for bounty hunting. And as a new player, bounty hunting is probably going to be something that you want to consider doing for new money. I am not somebody who normally jumps into a game and thinks, let me kill someone, let me blow someone up. My wife is that type of person. But I generally stick to the more civil professions like mining, salvaging, exploration, and repair. Every once in a while, though, I will take part in the asset recovery and ship deconstruction career path. So Hurston is a very good place for that. Crusader is also a pretty good place for that. Both of these places have a decent amount of criminals hiding out around their moons and in the features around those moons. So pick either of those spots, and I would suggest going with an Aurora as your first ship. This is an easy ship to get. It's $45. You get the game with it. You get the ship. You have to spend no more money on the entire game. I actually have a video about that. But the Aurora allows you not only to have some cargo space to run box deliveries like I would normally do, and like I tell people to do in my newcomers or new players guide that I released earlier this year, but it also is decent for bounty hunting. So I'm going to show you some bounty hunting now. We're going to hop into the game here, which sometimes takes a while to load. Make sure you put your game on a solid state drive. We're going to hop into the game here and take a look at what kind of missions we have. I will briefly go over what you can do in the city, but honestly, Star Citizen is very much a game about time versus money. And that goes for in-game and outside of game. A lot of people don't have the time to put into a game like this. This is a very deep game. So they buy the ships that they will need to play the game later. This is a way to save yourself some of the time that you would need to grind and do all this stuff, because honestly, the game is not about getting ships, it's about what you do with the ships. So you could do that, and in game, you could also buy certain things to get past time sinks. For instance, this isn't really a time sink, but this is just a very, very obvious example. In this game, there are survival mechanics. Heat and cold affect you, and they can kill you. You can, however, go out onto these moons with a normal spacesuit and weather that sort of extreme temperature for, 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes. You don't get much time, but you also don't have to spend a lot of money on a special suit. You could also then go and spend that money on a special suit, and suddenly you have a ton of time that you can spend out there to do other things. So the difference between rushing your mining job, not spending money on that suit, versus taking all the time you need to be comfortable out there and do your mining. This is going to translate into a lot of different things, and you'll have to forgive me. This game lags a lot while I stream. And this song, for a fact, that song is going to get blocked on YouTube. I know it. I'm actually going to remove that from this playlist. So really, that kind of stuff is something that you will see every time you jump into the game. And as the game continues to progress in development, that's something that they have said time and time again that they're focusing on, making those choices mean a lot more to the player. And you'll see, as we try and get out of this city and get to a moon where we can do some bounty hunting, time is a very valuable currency in this game. I am very sorry, but this is probably some of the worst lag I think I've ever experienced in this city. So good for me. Chat's all saying, hi, YouTube. When I do these videos, I gotta make sure I put chat on the screen. We'll get around to that. Actually, coming up here in the next couple of weeks, probably actually closer to like 2 to 3 weeks, at the end of this month, we're going to be seeing a fairly large rebranding here on Twitch. So I'll be changing stuff up a little bit. It is truly night and day playing this game on stream versus playing it not on stream. I was getting 60 frames per second earlier today. I was very surprised, but I was. Now this is looking like no more than 5, maybe 10 frames per second. This is so bad. There's nothing wrong with my PC right now. If there was anything wrong with my PC, I'd be dropping frames on OBS as well, but let me check my task manager. Nope, it is my PC. My processor. As per usual. Star Citizen is using 40% of my processor, and OBS is using another 45% of my processor. So no, I'm not running anything else in the background. The only other thing taking a lot of processing power is Discord at 0.5%. So this is something that new players should definitely know, and I am leaving this in the video. I'm going to leave this out there for everybody to see. In fact, as long as I don't give away any... Check this out. Here we go. Let me show you guys what my computer looks like right now in terms of work. So this is my task manager. This is what's currently going on my computer. This is why it's very, very difficult to stream this game. I'm not dropping any frames in OBS. That would be on Twitch's side. OBS is still at 44 dropped frames so far. But yeah, this is why you need to have a two PC stream for this. It just doesn't work otherwise. What can we do? What can we do? How can we fix this? Yeah, I'm playing on a potato because nobody will fund a better graphics card. This actually is worse than normal. So there might be something different going on here. As you mentioned, a 60% load on my GPU from OBS isn't normal. I might want to restart the game, actually. Let me do a restart of the game real quick and see if that helps. Wow, that's normal for you? 60% GPU? Why do you guys keep asking about folding at home? What is this? donating a follow towards my new GP. Ah, I tripped. Thank you for the follow, Beetlejuice. Why doesn't SC... Sorry, I missed your question. Why doesn't SC use that much GPU, like, ever? Yeah, it's not... Yeah, it's just in a bad place. Progress quest. What is that? What are all these things? Wait, how did I end up back here? Did I miss my train stop? The higher the settings, the better the graphics. Yeah, but also the higher the settings, the less you use your CPU. So generally, the better the game runs. And as you can see, I don't really have a choice, as both my CPU and my GPU are getting maxed out. But actually, we're getting slightly better frames now. Still have the same load. 96% CPU, 96% memory, and 99% GPU. I just can't play this game. I literally can't stream this game. Another problem is that for some reason, this stick of RAM causes my computer not to post. So I'm down from my 32 gigs of RAM normally to 24. I don't know why. It just doesn't work if I put this in. Also annoying. But what thing that has to do with computers is not annoying? Imagine tripping, breaking 2 arms, going to the hospital and paying $100,000 for a cybernetic. Okay, so first things first for newcomers, when you find yourself in a city like this, clearly you don't want to be here. It's god-awful. It's horrible. It's terrible. This is literally the worst gaming experience I think I've ever had. So let's just try and get off of planet and get up to a space station away from all these assets in the city that are spawning in. Dud RAM. But the RAM was using before. Or was working before. This RAM is the same RAM I used in Turkey. I don't think it's a big factor just because I was just streaming last stream with the same amount of RAM, 24 gigs, and that stream was smooth. Smooth like a inside of a tomato. Something. So this is probably something, I don't know. It's something I have to look up. I actually had to completely reinstall OBS this morning because it wouldn't capture my camera. That's actually why I started my stream an hour late. I spent an hour and a half trying to figure out why OBS wasn't working. Eventually had to reinstall it. That's probably what's going on here. Some setting is not correct, and so everything is slow. Hang a 9. Tomato talk makes you hungry. I don't like tomatoes. Why does my hand look 20 years older than my face? Which hand? Don't talk about food, Noodle. Your name is Food. I'd love tacos. Don't even tell me about tacos. I love tacos. Alright, so I needed to, because I tripped, I guess I hurt my arms enough that I need to actually use a med pen here to heal myself. However, the med pen's not working, so we're just gonna ignore that. Happy new players experience, everybody. Someone screaming in the background. That was my wife cheering on somebody talking crap about my hands. Congrats, you got her on your side. We are the food men. How are tomatoes and noodles in combination? that a good combo? I could, like, tomato sauce and noodles generally is good, but could you just wrap... Ew. Ew, imagine like a tomato just wrapped with cold noodles. Specifically moist noodles, though. Yeah, I healed myself. I stabbed myself. It just didn't actually heal me. Yeah, I'm cool with like sauce on my noodles, but I don't know about noodles on my tomatoes. Bro, you got noodles on my tomatoes. That's enough. All right, so once you leave a city, you'll just fly straight up with all the 5 frames you got trailing behind your ship. Press the N button to raise up your landing gear. This is insanity. I'm gonna go ahead and relaunch the game once we get to the space station. I don't like, even 3.0 wasn't this bad for me in terms of frame rates. It's how do I do this? R underscore, and then I can finish the rest of the... Yeah, but how do I... It's supposed to autocomplete. I'm displaying info 1, right? 1, yeah. Okay. No, was there supposed to be an underscore there? There it is. Thank you. Yes. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So right now... Oh, cool. It's blocked by this stupid overlay. The NVIDIA overlay is blocking my frames. There we go. So right now I'm getting 10 frames per second. So whatever I was getting down there must have been much worse. Because if this is 10 frames per second, then... yeah, 11, 12 frames. So let's see what happens when we get to the space station. This could be a good example of how bad the conditions are near cities. But I'm also just thinking this is probably a good example of how bad it is to stream this game on one PC. And we actually have no sound in the background, which explains why it gets so awkward every 5 minutes when a song ends. Yeah, you can do 1, 2, or 3 to get the different amounts of data. Thank you. Okay. Still rocking 12 frames. Volumetric cloud settings. Ah, yeah, actually, this is not my normal character. I just realized that. So all my graphics settings might be different. And no, they're all actually that, because I did actually play this at some point. Whoops! We've passed the space station. There are graphics settings. Again, for newcomers, you should make sure that your volumetric cloud settings are lower and your overall graphics settings are higher. But overall, my general advice is just don't stream the game. Makes it a lot harder. But we're getting... Well, we're still actually getting about 10 frames per second. This is actually what I'm used to playing at. Just about. My general... Because I spend most of my time playing this game on stream, I'm used to playing at around 10 to 20 frames per second. Generally no more than 30. My hardware is a 1080 Ti graphics card, a i7-10700K processor, an SSD, 24 gigabytes of RAM, and a happy smile. Star Citizen don't care. Star Citizen don't care about your smiles. Also, they don't care to give you a landing pad when you ask for one. This is a new... Oh, no, they did give me one. So a new glitch that I've been dealing with a lot with these landing services is that they don't actually give you a pad, but the call persists on your MFD, so you have to cancel that call and recall in order to get a landing pad. That's currently a 3.14 glitch. I don't know if that'll be fixed soon or later, but keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and set down here real quick. Single rate stream probably what killing your frames. Yeah, but this isn't normal. The frame rates that I've been getting this stream, if you go back and look at the stream from 2 days ago, are nowhere near the same thing. I think this is because of the fresh install of OBS. I'm gonna try and relaunch the game though. And we'll get back in. Turn off VSync, all right. How has the moth and wasp and other insects been since I moved back to the States? Haven't seen a single one. Oh, God bless. No more dealing with moths or wasps just like strolling into my room like they own the place. Go to USA server. Was I on a Europe server? I was probably in it. I was on the best server I could get, which would likely be on the US. It is for this patch. I don't know. I haven't had this problem with this patch yet. It might, yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I didn't switch over the encoder on the new update, but it should have carried over my settings. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still using NVENC, so it shouldn't be loading my processor like that. It seems to have all of my settings still working correctly. If only the game can be as bug-free. Ah, if only bringing the game over to the US made it have less bugs too. Yeah, I'm back in America. I moved back on Thursday. This is my American background. The mess. The messy dresser. Still haven't gotten moved into a permanent location, but back here for now. How has 3.14 been treating everybody though in chat? Let me try something here. Back to streaming faster than I was when I moved. It took like 3 months. If I stop streaming, we don't get any food. Simple as that. I am probably going to take a little bit of a break in a couple weeks here though, just to do all of the branding stuff that I have planned. Every time you try to get in, you get crashed. It's had its ups and downs for you. It's been good for you, except the times it hasn't. Fair enough. Dreadful for you, Moist. I've personally been having a great time in 3.14. This is my first bad experience. I had a day with a few 30Ks and stuff, but you get 35 to 45 in cities. Oh, I can't wait to set up. I have the PC. The second PC is right here. I just don't have the technical prowess, you know? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now I'm going to be able to have you all on the screen. Check this out. Now, everybody who's watching, should be visible. Let's put you just above. Just above the window for now. This is just a temporary fix, but eventually, yeah, I want to get chat on the screen. We're good. I'm going to change the colors too. That. And text will be like that. There we go. A little bit dimmer. But I don't see chat popping up. You guys are talking and they're not popping up on the screen, so that's just another chance for OBS, I guess, to not work correctly. Sorry about that. I tried. There's always something. But let's give this another go, and we're still lagging. So I guess we'll just play with the lag. This is new player experience. Let's go and try and take a bounty mission. Gray rectangle. Yeah, sorry. You guys don't get to get on the chat, and you also don't get to get a smooth stream today. Today is my day to lash out at all of you. Yes, and also, of course, your dog pictures. I gotta log into my profile for that. Let me do that real quick for you. Okay. And there's my dog. I don't have 32 gigabytes of RAM still. This one won't work. If I put it in the computer doesn't run. So I'm stuck at 24 still until I buy more RAM again. Because, you know. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Okay. Your problem is just chunk loading. Once your computer finally loads up whatever it's trying to load, it tends to run smooth and usually get a stable 30 frames per second. I'm very jealous of you. Right. Yeah, let me turn off VSync. Okay. Here's to hoping that worked. Unfortunately, no. I am maximum surprise. For consistency, you should match your webcam FPS to the game. Alright, I will do that. FPS is matched to the game. You have 64 gigabyte because 4 slots of RGB looks better than 2 slots of RGB. Yeah, 4 slots feels real nice. Okay, add 3. Literally have no use for 64 gigs other than RGB and Flex, and the fact that Star Citizen will find a way to use it. What is... Punji, what are you getting kicked for? What did you do? You can time him out, you can't kick him. Did I actually press the button? Are we actually going anywhere? Yeah, we are. Okay. You could just never tell. You never know if you're actually moving in these elevators. Still a few hundreds worth of model. You're talking about painting models. All right. So another fun part of the new player experience here. Sometimes your ship just won't be on the landing pad. Because why would it be? And so then you can't get into it, unfortunately. So, I might be able to... I just click the button at the right time. There we go. Ooh. That's never happened to you? It happens with certain ships, it seems, more often than not. The Hornet, it happens a lot to. Last patch. But I also get a lot of glitches that most people don't. Or at least I get them more often than most people don't. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get into the ship. I think instead of calling this the actual guide to being a newcomer, I'm just going to call this everything that can go wrong while playing Star Citizen. Come on, get in the game. Get in the ship. No, it's not. Okay, we'll go back then. You keep getting the we cannot summon your ship, but it's on the pad already. Yeah. Just whenever they tell you, they can't summon your ship, just look for the ship beacon. Sometimes it'll be there. We have not adjusted to the change being stateside yet. It was an 11-hour difference. And while we've done a really, really good job of fighting that, we stayed up super late, like 2 different nights. And we also stayed up the entire day the day we got here. It still hits us. It just, even if you get your sleep cycle back on board, there's just this inner exhaustion that you can't get away from the jet lag. That, like, no matter, even if you sleep a full good night, when you wake up the next day, if it's nighttime where your body is used to, you're exhausted. So yeah, it can be very... We haven't gotten over it yet. I would say probably sometime this week will be good. Why is my webcam lagging? Usually that's because there's an artificial lag on my webcam because there was a lag on my stream and I had to match it. And it applies that lag, that delay. And I have no delay, which means my camera is lagging behind the stream, so I'll go ahead and I'll apply a 2-second delay to my camera. See if it... Or sorry, my voice, to see if it matches up with my camera. Let me know. Alright, let's try storing the ship again. And let's go again. There is a free flight coming up this week on August 18th. That is correct. This video, while originally meant to be a way to show newcomers what they can do in the first couple hours of gameplay, is kind of turning into a video that's more about the frustrations that you might encounter and how to get around to them. I can't see which hangar I'm on now. Probably put me on the same hangar, so let's try 4. Wait, no. It's a pad, not a hangar. Pad 4. There's a clap. Tell me if it's late. Yeah, if you want to get in on this free flight, if you don't have a profile for this, for Star Citizen, if you've never played the game and you want to try it, trust me, the experience is not as bad as this game makes it seem, just like it's also not as good as many YouTube videos make it seem. It's somewhere in between, but this is by far the absolute worst experience I've had playing this game. I don't know why there are so many things going wrong, but they are. But if you would like to make an account, get a couple extra 1,000 UEs in your account that will help you get started mining, bounty hunting, whatever you want to do. You can go ahead and either use the link I just dropped into chat. I'll put it down below this video as well in YouTube, or just use the code STARTH4DPPQL. I'll put it on the screen too. But that will help you get some extra credits, and I think also get you a free hovercraft. If I'm not mistaken. Everybody who uses that code and gets into the game gets a free hover bike, right? Yeah, most newcomers won't be running OBS, which is that's why it's like this. That's why this experience is so poor for me. This isn't normal at all. My camera still seems out of sync. Will I be getting a javelin soon? For referrals? No way. No, not even close. Absolutely not. I don't really get that many referrals compared to some others who do more kind of tutorials and new player guides and stuff like that. Still leaning on the taco solution. I mean, I could order some. You guys want to order some tacos? Maybe that's a button I'll put on the stream. How funny would that be? If there was like a DoorDash button on the stream, you could just like, order your favorite streamer some food. Actually, it's kind of a good idea, huh? Twitch should partner with one of these food delivery services and be like, hey, you guys can order food for your favorite streamer. Nah, there'd be so many pranks. So many prank pizzas. Illy, thank you for rating the channel. I appreciate that a lot. Can we get a shout out? Shout out from my good friend Illy over here. How you doing? You have that moist noodle where people can order you food? Has anybody ever trolled you with that? First in pad 3. Okay. Hello. Arctoidus psych? Or Arctoid? Arctoid psych. For some reason I had to say both words twice. Illy, thank you for the raid. Give a little shout out. Been playing some Star Citizen. Decided to hop on over here for the garden. Spread them roots. Get them tomatoes, those tomatoes, those carrots, those onions, those peas, those potatoes. Yummy. Seriously, much food. You had KFC and Domino's delivery drivers turn up at the same time. But you got the food, right? You don't have to pay for it, so technically you just got double food? I wouldn't consider... I guess that's a prank, but that's a good prank. I thought it was going to be like, oh, somebody ordered me, I don't know, fried insect takeout or something. Like something that there was no way you would eat. So apparently it's not on pad 3. It's... Where's my ship? Potatoes on a taco, does that work? Yeah. I think anything that can go into a burrito can go on a taco, right? You best believe I'm gonna put potatoes. Oh, good potatoes on my tacos. Yes. Kelser, thank you for subbing again at tier 2. My man. 07s, buddy. I appreciate that. You create a menu they can choose from. Oh, okay. So what if I was just like, hey, guys, I live in super close proximity to Napa Valley. I'm just going to go ahead and put a bunch of really fancy restaurants on here. You can order whatever you want. Is that a thing? Does that work? They got some great tres leches out there. You should title this as worst experience I have ever had. You know what? Why not? Just for the lulz. Maybe we'll get featured on the refund subreddit. There we go. How to get around the bugs of Star Citizen. It's called Treat Stream. Oh, that's what they were saying. Okay. I will, I'll look at that. That's kind of funny. I would definitely not put a bunch of expensive food on there, though. That's kind of mean. It's really rude. Like, if anybody's gonna ever pay for any food for me, I'll be like, yeah, some, like, potatoes would be yummy. So I can't really do anything with this because you can store it, but it's gonna go to the same pad. And when it goes to that pad, it's not telling me which pad. So we're just gonna have to put it out there and then just keep guessing the pads. '01. At '01. We need a nope stream for Noodle. Order him a bunch of nopes that randomly show up. I have been waiting Noodle for us to get into a stream together. We had that talk a few weeks ago. That was so much fun. And now I'm hoping we can do it on the podcast. If you will join me this week. We haven't exactly confirmed it, but speaking of the podcast, I don't know how many of you have actually seen the podcast that we've been doing, but it's starting to gain some steam now. It's starting to get into come into its own. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Saying? Yeah. It's starting to grow pretty well. This last episode, we had Super Mac Brother on, and we talked all kinds of things. We talked about Star Citizen, the general view around it right now, what's going on with it in the future. We talked about what it's like to run a Star Citizen YouTube channel, what it's going to be like running forward for that kind of stuff, whether we're still experiencing feature creep, whether the details of the game are worth it. There's a lot of stuff we talked about in this newest podcast, and we're gonna have Moist Noodle on for the next episode. Got a couple other big guests that we are planning on bringing on as well to talk about different aspects of Star Citizen. But if you haven't seen it or heard it, yeah, so a lot of the podcast has to do with sci-fi gaming. That's generally what it's focused on, but also Star Citizen is a huge focus of the podcast. That's what we do a lot of talking about. And considering a lot of the personalities are Star Citizen folks. Come on. What? So yeah, type in !podcast in the chat here if you'd like to get a chance to either... We do both a video format on YouTube. We also do an audio format on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, anything you really want. Most of the big ones are on there. So... !podcast in chat if you want to check it out, or it will be down in the video description if this video does make it to YouTube. I don't even know if I can get past this glitch, so... Sometimes viewers want to be generous and make your day. That's true. Sometimes viewers are just super freaking kind. And you guys are always kind, but sometimes kindness comes with food. I just want to get in my ship. I just want to get in my ship. How am I supposed to show new people what to do if we... Alright, so when things like this go wrong, generally we just switch to a different server. The ultimate bug fix. Do a podcast by myself. I almost did that, but I generally don't think that I can just talk by myself for 40 minutes. That's a lot. A lot of talking. Let me change what I said. I can't talk by myself with no guidance for 40 minutes. I need something to talk about. If this doesn't work, we might have to actually just switch games. Yeah, so that's actually the plan for the new podcast. As I said, I'm going to start filming them live on Twitch. First is going to be with Moist Noodle this week. It's going to be a place where chat will be able to interact. They'll be able to have their messages pop up on screen, and people will be able to see what exactly we're talking about. Granted, not on the normal podcast format, audio form, but in the video one. And here is the, if you'd like to, you don't have to, Oops, you don't have to actively sign up for it or anything. But if you give it a follow, then you will know when the next episode is coming out. I'm hoping at some point in the next couple of months to get some CIG employees on there, actually. We do the podcast every Friday at... I don't know the time here. It would be 6 UTC? Yeah, every Friday at 6 UTC. And for all supporters, that includes Twitch subscribers, Patreon members, and all, you are able to actually go into the Discord server where, or rather the Discord room where we film it. And I mean, for weeks now, we've been hanging out in there with supporters. They've been talking to us during the podcast. We've been responding. We've been talking. We've been hanging out after and before the podcast. So if you're a supporter, you can also kind of get in there and hang out with us before and after and have some conversation. So while you can watch it on Twitch, it will be delayed and probably not as high quality on Twitch as if you were just in the Discord with us hanging out. Pressure Jared into talking about the Polaris. Does Jared like the Polaris? I thought Jared was a Starliner guy. Or does he not like to talk about the Polaris? Okay, we're getting better frames here at least. This is something. So excited for the liner. Moist Noodle, are you a passenger transport kind of person? Okay. So this server seems to be treating me better. Maybe it was somehow both servers I joined earlier. Nope. Frames are going down. I spoke too soon. That was my fault. I did this. Things aren't even loading in. This is just like, this is... Oh my god. This is abysmal. How do med pens penetrate the armor? I think the better question is how does the armor reseal after the med pen goes through? Fly the A320 on Flight Sim? I didn't know you were a Flight Sim guy. I had no idea. I thought you were almost purely combat, to be honest. My cam has a millisecond delay as well. Oh, that's solid. That's actually much better than normal. Usually it's like 2 seconds. In fact, I have an artificial delay on my time, specifically so that... or on my voice so that it lines up with my video. Because I don't know. At some point, once I have enough money, I'm just gonna hire somebody to set everything up for me. Because nothing from the day that I started streaming, nothing has really run entirely correctly. And I think that's probably just me not having enough knowledge to set things up right. Or streaming just never works. I don't know. So do you... Wait, so how often do you... Actually, this is something we'll talk about in the podcast, Moist, but... what other games do you generally play? It sounds like flight sims are kind of your thing. I'm choosing Best Server Ultra. But I've been choosing Best Server since I got back to the US. And my ship is back up above the landing pad. Let's see if we can at least, like, get up there somehow. Thank you for the follow, Grey Wolf. I hope you like this stream. Anybody who came here to watch me for the first time, who's, like, just popping in because they enjoy my content, they just wanted to see a stream. Sorry. I really am. Be like getting ready for freaking a new monthly report, and then I just come out and like read nonsense. Let's switch servers again. American Truck Sim, DCS World, Flight Sim, and various racing games. So you like the Sims? You like simulators, huh, Noodle? You like any first-person shooter simulators? I want to play some Halo with you. Play on Aussie servers. Okay. Let me try US West first. Oh, it doesn't even say US West. Okay, let me try Aussie. You love PlanetSide. Okay, so you play something cool. Cool. I don't know PlanetSide very well, but we got to find a game. We got to find some FPS game to chill, kick back, and play. I'm a big Halo slut, so, I mean, that's where I'm coming from. But I'm also... Halo slut, yeah. But I'm also... I have a friend who really wants me to play some Apex Legends, so I might start jumping into that. Yeah, Lord Skippy, smooth stream. Smooth. It's real good. So far, 50 minutes now. 50 minutes. We haven't gotten to, like, just play the game yet. You can lift up but not fly out of the hangar right now. Yeah, something's messed up. Ooh, Moist Noodle, you're looking forward to the Battlefield. That's definitely something we can play. Yeah, Battlefield 2042 with the custom matches and stuff. It all looks really fun. And I believe I saw that it's coming to Game Pass, so I should have that pretty quickly. That's going to be a fun one, man. Also, Noodle, if you play Horizon, I'd be down to play some Horizon with you. Like I said, I love the style of game, but I've never really gotten into it. Titanfall is Apex predecessor. If you liked it, then you will like Apex. Yeah, no, I know. I've played both. And the reason that I'm jumping into Apex is because I really like Titanfall, but my friend doesn't play it. So I'm just going to play Apex instead. But we also are thinking about doing some Titanfall. Mektor, you remember the StarCraft stream? That was like that one-time thing. Wow, that was a long time ago, man. That had to be at least a year ago, right? Gonna have to do that again, though. That was pretty fun. That showed my lack of experience with the game, but I enjoyed that a lot. It was chill. I do have a PlayStation. Yes, we have a PS4. We have a PS4 and an Xbox Series X, and I kind of want to start streaming from the Series X. When I go and I play in my living room, I want to do sort of just casual, you know, no webcam, no fancy alerts or goals on the screen or anything like that. Just some straight gameplay and commentary on relaxed Halo games. When was that, Mech? Do you remember? I remember you kind of saved the day, right? Uncharted is a good game. Oh, wait, we lost. No, we won. Played a couple games. Uncharted is a great game series. I love it. I love that game. That was like the first true cinematic game I played that felt like a movie while playing it, you know? Halo for the podcast background? What do you mean by that, Nuss? One round we got rushed hard. Other round we wiped the map. I remember the wipe. I was literally just trying to send my units out to get any kills because you were... I think it was you and maybe one other person we were playing with. Just wiping the floor with them. And I was like, okay, I'm helping. I'm trying. APT. Yo, what's up? What up? How you doing? How's your week? It's Monday, right? How's your week going? It's weird to stream in the morning. But I really missed it. Oh, hello, Mrs. Tomato. With the fish. She's literally behind the computer. Can we get an army of fishes in here? I hear COVID over there? If we didn't play this, if Star Citizen continues to like cause problems, here, let's do something here. Let's figure out what we're gonna play instead. I've got a few choices for you. I actually don't really have that many choices for you. What other games do I even have? What games can I play? Let me just like open my Steam library. Probably making the game lag worse. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Alrighty, Aurora. Good old buddy old pal Aurora. Oh, I can claim it. That might help. Claiming a ship can sometimes help with these kinds of glitches. Unless the ship claim is frozen at 41 seconds. "25 seconds, that should be enough time for me to remember my Steam password." No, actually, I don't think it is. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to reset it. Nope, nope, I remembered it. Cool. Everything on this computer is just slow. Really don't have that many games. I need a bigger hard drive. My God. Have you guys ever tried to alt-tab when you're on one of those kiosks? You can't control your mouse. Okay, I'm starting to poll to see what game we can play if this game just continuously doesn't. If this game continuously does not cooperate with us, we're just gonna switch. I am streaming from the same computer, yeah. That's what happens when you do this. Holston Coop, 5 gifted subs. I didn't even catch that. Thank you so much. Bruise, 891, Josie Grace TV. I play with lights. That's a good idea. Domino Sugar and Lord Skippy, congrats on those subs. In fact, not only congrats on those subs, enjoy your perks. One of which means you have access to the podcast live filming on Discord, like I was talking about earlier. So if you want to enjoy those perks on Discord, live podcast filming, monthly reports typed out, early videos, some good stuff. You get all that. So go check that out. Just join the Discord. Yeah, the lag's bad, Mr. Pink. Thank you so much for all that, Olsen Coop. Getting that enthusiasm up. People love to see it. You guys are so freaking evil. I gave you 3 other games to play, and all you want to see is Star Citizen glitches? Alright, let's see if we can get into the ship this time. Makes me wish I was back in Turkey. Oh! Oh my God, I'm in. I got into the... God. I got into the ship. Alright. Cool. So, now we can kind of continue on this, They like watching us suffer in SC. Yeah. I don't know, is that actually a serious opinion that you would rather watch the glitches of Star Citizen than like other games running? Or are you trolling me? Is that actually? Because to be honest, if that's the case, I'm just gonna make a YouTube channel and just start uploading hours upon hours of footage. I thought it had to be good, to be honest. All right, so now we are... If you're streaming and playing on the same PC, you should use Intelligent Standby List Cleaner. What is that? So let's see what kind of missions we have access to now. I know this is supposed to be a video about your first hour in the game, but seeing as how we're already an hour into this game, I guess this will be a video about your first 2 hours in the game. So unfortunately, this is a problem that seems to be plaguing this game for some reason. But this is something that I really want to put emphasis on. Honestly, this is probably one of the few things that makes me just knee-jerk say, do not buy this game. Don't even spend money on this game. Even if you want to back it, don't do it. It's despicable that after spending an hour getting ready to play this game, I got into space over a planet that has some of the highest quantity of bounties in the area. And I'm gonna have to fly across the entire star system to get my permit to start hunting them. Dope. Imagine if you lived in Alabama and you had to fly to Washington to get your freaking driver's license to drive in Alabama. Like, this is such a pathetic part of this game, in my opinion. I check this at the beginning of every patch to see if it's better, and it's just not getting better. Tell a lot of people to wait unless the person has a huge amount of patience and understanding. Yeah, I just tell people not to get it. I say, like, if you really, really love this type of game and you really want to experience this type of stuff, then yeah, consider getting it. But otherwise, either wait for a free flight or don't get it. Imagine you could get from Washington to Alabama in 5 to 7 minutes. Imagine. Imagine you could make your car go 2% the speed of light. The point being that this is an incredible distance to have to travel in order to do something that is not required to go over here. And saying that it's okay because it's 5 to 7 minutes of travel time is a terrible cop-out for a system that will literally require me to go back those 5 to 7 minutes to use the thing that I just traveled to get. It makes sense to me if I'm around Microtech because there are no bounties out there. And it makes sense to me if I'm around Arcorp because there are less bounties out there. But if I'm in a bounty-rich place that I know has bounty missions available, then I shouldn't have to go somewhere else for a permit just because that is a specific type of bounty. That's what I'm trying to say. Mector, you liked hover mode? There is a different type of play for this alpha. There really is, yeah. I mean, problems like what I'm talking about here this is something that is... It's very much an alpha problem. And so you kind of gotta... You gotta learn to get over them, I say as I complain about them. But it's hard not to get frustrated at them. Especially if, well... 18 out of... What is that? 18 out of 27 people won't let you switch games. The hover mode was crazy. I could not get out of hangars. I mean, I know I'm a bad pilot, but I would turn my ship on and it would just turn sideways, and I'd go into the wall. Just perspectiving. No, I get it. I get the perspective of it, but there's no logical reason for it. It makes sense to me if, say, I had to go over here to get a bomb, right? Or a certain type of missile. Or even if I had to meet with a specific mission giver. It makes sense that I have to go distance to do that. But to get a permit for something that I'm going to be doing in the place that I'm already at, it doesn't make sense. We come here for the streamer, not the game. Hey, that's good to hear, Jad. I appreciate that. We would stand on a platform at Lorville to watch the noobs take off and land. Not just the noobs, me as well. I have like videos of me just crashing over and over. It's 50-50 for you, Volcammer. Yeah, I think that's the majority of people. When I play, I usually don't do any missions or grinding. I sandbox around, put tanks on the Carrack. Yeah, that's what I do too. I mean, I do missions for the entertainment value, but generally the sandbox is where it's at. Unfortunately, this is supposed to be a rare take on me just trying to start from zero and show newcomers what they could do in the game. It's just funny that because I did that, this has just been going so terribly. But we're almost there. We'll get to Crusader, and then we're going to fight a bounty. We will get the okay. Basically, they'll tell us, okay, you fought a bounty. You are now... Actually, let me show you the reputation here. They'll tell you, okay, so you are now this good. You can take on these types of targets. We'll start sending you missions that pertain to those types of targets, and you can work your way up, start to make more money, get a little bit of a reputation boost to the organizations, and pretty quickly make enough money to buy a prospector, which unlocks an entirely new part of the game. Now you can get started on mining. And unfortunately, those are the two real fleshed out kind of areas of the game, but you can also, if you want, maybe hop in a caterpillar and trade worthless cargo. You won't make much money from it, but it's fun when you don't crash. What's up, Taryn? My weekend was great. I got to see one of my best friends, one of my best lifelong friends get married. I got to have lunch with another of my best lifelong friends. I got to chill with my wife, start a new amazing TV show. Got to just in general hang out here and kick back. We got to sit by the pool. It was nice. It was a good weekend. Also did a lot of writing for this upcoming video, which I'm very excited for. I'm just going to screenshot these poll results real quick. The poll has ended. And Dasek, what did you vote for? What did you put 11,000 channel points towards? I'm very curious to know. Save that. Alright, cool. Back in the game. There was a poll, yeah. Yeah, there was a poll going the whole time on what game to play. Come on, mech. You had your chance to vote StarCraft 2. Okay, so now we are over the gas giant of Crusader. Not necessarily an amazing place to be in 3.14 because of the clouds and the impact on performance they could have and the city and all that jazz, but we're gonna get around here and go to Port Olisar, and instead of flying all the way back to Hurston, which is where we wanted to do our bounty hunting, we will just stay here at Crusader. Honestly, Crusader's better than Hurston anyways, and we'll do all our bounty hunting here. Save us some of that time. Let's just try and... Hey Taryn, thank you for the pizza help. Oh, I can't wait to have some delicious thin crust pizza. It's been so long. I already have a lore reading. MGL already redeemed the lore reading that I'm doing today, so if you do win, it won't be this stream. I can't wait to reset all the points. Can't wait. As soon as I hit partner, y'all are going broke. Don't get me wrong, Mick. Don't get me wrong. I love myself some deep dish. Ooh, ooh, buddy. What was the name of that place? There's a place they had from. It was in Chicago. There was also one in Orlando though, and it had this amazing Giorno's. Giordano's. Just hit something. Giordano's, I think it was. I gotta stream more if I want partner. Nah, I've already got the okay for the partnership. They let me apply. You can't reset channel points. Can barely even land here. These frames though. You've pretty much gifted all of your friends game packs. All 3 of them. Well, if you have any other friends that need them, we've gifted quite a few game packs to people here on the stream. Tell them to stop by. Thank you, Little Red. Just waiting for them to get back to me. They're like, okay, you qualify for Twitch partner. Do you want it? And you're like, yeah, I want it. And they're like, okay, hold on though. We're not actually sure yet. Drink? Okay. I have drinking. Alright. Now we're gonna head over. Basically what I did here was I just reset my spawn point to this space station. So if I die, I won't turn up all the way back at that other planet that took us 10 minutes to fly from. You'll redeem 50 puppy pics before I delete the points. Unfortunately, we don't have that many streams, man. You can't redeem that many pictures anymore. They gotta personally check and make sure your numbers aren't view bots. Yeah. Yeah, they gotta make sure that you're still growing, that you have a healthy stream, that you follow the guidelines. I'm sure they were, you know, they've been dropping into this stream and making sure everything is by the books. I got no problem. Not gonna affect me. What the heck just happened? Would it... What? What just happened? $30K? Comlink lost. My controls still work. This is the weirdest 30K I've seen. Ship got impounded. Why did the ship get impounded? Jump glitch? Don't land on Port Olisar? But I had to. I wanted my freaking... Oh my god, I can't backspace. Can't backspace. If you don't wait for the departure comm to complete before quantum jumping, if you don't wait for the departure comms to complete before you quantum jump away from Port Olisar, it claims your ship. And when it claims your ship, it just freaking yeets you out into space with nothing, with no directions. Okay, well, oh, I can't even bring up the menu to close the game. I cannot backspace. I can't bring up the menu. I'm gonna have to Alt F4. The game just completely shut me out. Try this again. This is going to be my newcomer's guide to glitches. Doesn't actually show all the glitches though, huh? So that's kind of a lie. I couldn't suicide anyways. Relaunching the game now. But yeah, I love thin crust pizza. Deep dish pizza is good. Like I said, that place I used to go, Giordano's, it's like every slice was a meal. Amazing. But thin crust, that crunch, oof, the way that the bread just crunches and then kind of like, I don't know. I just love myself some good crunchy thin crust, garlicky pizza. Yum. God, now I want pizza for dinner. We had pizza yesterday. Yeah, but that wasn't good pizza. Newcomer's Guide to Why You Shouldn't Run OBS While You Play the Game. That's probably it. After the stream, I'm going to hop back in and see if it works or not. Moist noodle, do we have similar food taste? That's a good sign. That is a great sign. That makes it real easy for bar citizens. Alright, let's do this again. Let's... Please, Star Citizen. Please. Forgive me. Forgive me for I have sinned. Just let me run the game. Thin crust is not your choice. Alright, let's get an official tally. We're gonna run another poll. Let's get an official tally. What kind of crust is best crust? Do we want that thick crust? Thick crust pizza? Actually, what kind of pizza is best pizza? Nah, I can't get too complex with it. We'll just say thick crust versus the thin, crunchy crust. You know, try those additional votes now with your freaking inflated channel points. All right. Let me hear what you think. In the chat right now, we got a poll. This is an official poll. This is going to have far-reaching consequences, so make sure you vote correctly. We're going to start having some pizza days. I don't actually know how that's going to work, but we're going to have pizza days. They're going to be few and far between because we're trying to be healthy, but we're going to pick what kind of pizza is the best pizza here, though. And we are going to, we're going to make this law in the tomato history books. So in the chat, I don't know how exactly you do it. I think it's a little box at the top. You can go and you can vote thin crust, thin crunchy crust, or thick bad crust. Which one do you like more? Sorry? Really? People are voting on the new one. Detroit style crust? Y'all are hitting me with the geographic crust, and I don't know what it is. What is Detroit style? Could honestly go both ways on crust, but I generally prefer thin, crispy crust with a little bit of burn on it. Like from 90,000 degree bake oven. That cooks in 30 seconds. Crisps have no crust. Crisp crust. Thick is bread crunchy. It's like chips. Earth's crust is thick. It is. Actually, isn't Earth's crust pretty thin? Relatively speaking. Like compared to the mantle. Deep pan pizza. Okay, we can do a type of pizza question after this. Whatever wins this, we'll put it up against deep dish and I don't know, a couple other styles that seem to be very common. No sauce, no meat, no cheese, just the bread. Mrs. Tomato just likes bread. Our Aussie server is now approved. Oh, did I go into one? I don't remember. This does seem to be running a little better. I just had the same problem on the Australia server, though. We got a bunch of lag, and then I actually don't know what happened. I just kind of drifted into the void with no control. You redeemed a puppy picture. All right. And a few other things. What else? Here is another pic of my dog, which was redeemed here on the stream. We have a bakery that has one bread sold named Krusty. Ooh, I like a Krusty. You just had really bad Papa John's for lunch? Well, it's Papa John's, dude. It's Papa John's. Wait. Okay, so now I need to wait for the quantum travel message, right? Or for the goodbye message. Oh, and the mission got canceled.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Sorry? Yeah. And for some reason, everybody's voting for the wrong one. Can I vote? I can. Can I put channel points towards my vote? Come on! How is Thick Crust winning? What's wrong with you? Yo. Hey, yo, okay, here it is. This is it. This is it. Y'all remember how I was complaining about flying from Hurston to Crusader in order to get a permit for something I needed to do at Hurston? Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? There are no permits at Crusader. This is the problem with the system. It's not even populating correctly. Now I can't do bounty hunting over here. Alright. Oh, there it is. It heard me. Oh, this is a player bounty. I don't want a player bounty. I'm not going to take a player on in a stock Aurora. Alright, so I guess we, I don't know. Let me take this and then cancel it. Why would new players not do halt illegal surveillance instead? They completely can if they would like to. Nobody wants cardboard pizza. Literally the original pizza. Y'all are just a bunch of heathens. Gives me bad rep. I know. There's not much I can do. If your thin crust sucks, the ingredients are wrong. Agreed. I like both kinds of crust. Thin crust and thick crust are both good. I just think thin crust is better. I don't know how anybody has bad thin crust. Okay, well. We will do a unauthorized surveillance mission. I feel you. I feel you, Viper. I'm with you there. So, they haven't given me a comms call yet. Does that mean I can't leave? They're gonna do it to me. They're gonna claim my ship again? Let's see what happens. When the thin crust is like a cracker. Oh yeah, that's too much. I mean, it needs to be, it needs to have some foundation to it, right? Can't just fall apart. Oh, I needed to go further out. Well, let's see what happens. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. They only call you after you leave the station and don't just hover about it. They're releasing some bug fixes on the PTU. That's good to hear. What about chocolate cake? We could do cake next. Crusty onions? Crusty onions? What are those? Like fried onions? Onion rings? Alright, so here we're going to scan for some data skimmers. A solid mission that gets you a decent amount of money. Teaches you some combat. You could do it in Aurora. I might not be able to because I suck at this game, but you newcomers probably have some better luck. Basically, you just come out here and you ping, and you look for these satellites around the comm station, wherever they may be. And once you start to destroy them, you'll have some old buddy, old pal pirates come out to try and stop you. You need to use the other scan. I have to ping to find out where they are first, right? There we are. Does that just not pop up if I ping in regular? Oh, yeah. Alright, so it looks like they're all relatively close to here. They're all within about 7 kilometers. And the enemy's already out there. No, that's the probe. Okay. Alright, so Thick Crust won with 70% of the vote. That is so incredibly disappointing. So here's your little thing that you're supposed to blow up. And the enemies start coming as soon as you blow one up, so you kind of want to have an idea of where they all are. So you want to blow it up quick and then move on. Let's do that. Next. And now I'm not pinging. My scanning system isn't working. Oh, I accidentally shift-tabbed. What's your channel contribution for the year, Mech? What did you do? Did you vote for Thick Crust Pizza? Because if that's your contribution, that's terrible. It's despicable. It is un-tomato of you. How many... Sometimes things just don't blow up when you shoot them. There we go. Alright, we got one more. I think it's one more. Yeah, it's 3 out of 3. Yeah, I need to adjust my power to weapons. Good point. I don't have them keybound, and so I flew past my target. And I flew past it again. Now's a good time to turn down your speed limiter so you stop doing what I'm doing. And I flew past it again. And now we got missiles on the way. Holy crap! Unexpected. Alright, so now we got enemies spawning in here to take care of us. Because we're doing bad things to their stuff. In another Aurora, so it's an Aurora v Aurora. Are these guns gimbaled? Actually, no. They just kind of complain to you as you kill them, so just ignore that and, you know, keep shooting them. Where were we? There it is. All right, and you just roll up to this last one. Do your damage. Stop flying past the target. There's more missiles. Alright, you know what? So at this point, if you end up you're dealing with NPCs and you're like sick of it, shoot back and get a missile on it. Like, no point in wasting all this time on the guns. And that should... It did not blow it up. So let's do another... Why didn't that missile blow it up? One more time. There we go. And objective is complete. So that's an easy mission. Takes no more than 5 minutes. Takes more time to get here than to actually run the mission. And I think I got, what, 5,000? 20,000 UEC. You do this 5 times and you have enough. You do this twice, I think. And you have enough to rent a prospector. That being said, it doesn't really do much for your reputation, I don't think. I'll have to double check and see. Yeah. And I'm overfighting this NPC. So that's how you run a mission. And it took us 1.5 hours to run our first mission. Again, this is a solid guide of why you shouldn't stream this game on one PC, I guess. And also why it might be good to just not play this game right now. I would definitely consider just holding off. Like I said, there is a free fly event. You could be watching this during the free fly event. It's on August 18th, which is in a couple days from now. And it could be worth jumping in to give it a try. For free, what are you going to lose? Just some time. For pay, I know I've been raging this whole stream, but I will say this, if you do like this stuff, for the most part, this game runs really well for where it is and the problems that it has.